Hey guys, what's going on? Noxfox here with some more Vainglory, and this is actually a ranked match with my team here, Team Apex. And although we usually don't have Ben Tim in the lane, that's what we're doing here. And so yeah, this was just we had some time to rank, and we're like, why not? Let's give it a shot. I already hit my POA, so I'm not like too worried about doing risky stuff right now. So if I drop it, it's like, whatever, it's almost over. Okay, yeah, so hold on guys, gotta do a quick editing thing. 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, good. We're good there. I'm playing Ardan. Oh man, I'm excited about Ardan. Oh yeah, and if you couldn't tell, this is like post game commentary. A lot of times I don't record it for ranked. Because we're not being very interesting. We're just like, hey, go here, attack that thing, don't do that, and that's basically all the commentary that you would have otherwise if I wasn't doing this right here. But yeah, Ardan, man, oh, I love Ardan. Even though Lance is freaking amazing, he just came out. He's new, he's exciting, he's awesome. I still like Ardan. Ardan's still my favorite overall. He feels the most comfortable for me to play, and I am not going to survive through this Taka attack. It's fine. Alpha, we got our damage done. Our jungler is like full health, and their support's dead, and their jungler is looking a little, what do you call it, blue in the gills or something? I don't know, some saying. Who cares? Anyways, the rest of the team's doing good, even if I'm dead, except for Benton, who's running for his life. He's fine. He's good. It's good. Okay. Ardan is awesome. I like him. He still feels the most comfortable to me. Because even though Lance is awesome, he's a little sluggish. I love Ardan's ability to just get all over the place. Every one of his abilities can move him. It's just awesome. He's great. He's got that Vanguard, just so helpful for moments like that. Yeah, he's like one of the best supports at like saving people. Lance, I would say his strong point is like peel. He's just an amazing peeler. He's got the roots, he's got the stuns, he's got the mobility. In the late game he's got mobility. Once he gets his roll. In the early game he's like sluggish. And he's got that range, which is nice. But yeah, Ardan's all about getting all over the map and just saving people, and then doing a little bit of damage with the blood for blood, which can be cool. He's actually he can just straight up kill laners sometimes. He can just 1v1 laners if you have the Storm Guard, and if you can get on a Ringo, Vanguard him so he can't run away, and just punch the crap out of him before he can get behind his turret. You can just get kills with Ardan 1v1, which is also really awesome. And of course, his Gauntlet is one of the more notable support alts. It's something that when it gets thrown down, people take notice for sure. And yeah, it's just an awesome kid all around. He's fast. But yeah, as far as saving people, he's just really. I don't know if there's anyone that can save people as well as he can, because the Vanguard, it gives you so much extra health plus the the run speed. It can really get a squishy out of a rough situation, especially if they have their own mobility options, which they usually do. The Vanguard can give them that extra few seconds they need to get away, and then use whatever escape options they also have, and just they just synergize nicely. And so we actually have Alpha as our jungle partner. And speaking of synergizing with escape abilities, Alpha does not have any escape, but Alpha is just freaking impossible to kill anyways. She doesn't need to escape. She can be a really frustrating character to go against when she's being played very well, which Bladeheart knows how to play Alpha very well, so he was being exceptionally annoying here, I'm sure. And yeah, so she's already hard to take down, and the Vanguard just gives the extra health and such. No escape synergy, but it's fine. Works out just fine. And our turret's gonna take damage. And there, he's cleaning it up. It's still taking damage though, but whatever. It's not a lot of damage. It'll be alright. Then he takes mini mine. Yeah, so now we're about 5 minutes into this match, and my excitement for being Ardan has kind of leveled out. and now what do we talk about other than getting our farm? Yay, farm! Farm is important, in case you were not aware. But yeah, you gotta get farm. You gotta get them fuzzies. That's Troll Fox often says. Yeah, so this is this is one of the reasons why a lot of times I'll post support montages rather than full-on support like ranked videos, well, ranked montages. I mean, because a lot of being a support is just kind of, you know, a lot of times it's just waiting to react. There definitely are going to be the moments where you're making the plays, but obviously when they're all three in lane, pushing down on two of us, there's not much to do other than just kind of try to protect lane and make sure they don't get too out of hand. This is honestly not a bad thing to see for us, so because as anybody who is watching the minimap can see, Alpha is just having just full reign in the jungle there, because they're all sitting in they're putting all their pressure in the lane, and just jungle has nothing to worry about. Although they are getting a pretty good push on this turret. Blackfeather is too low to really, you know, get into the mix, so I'm just clearing out the minions so that they have to back off from the turret shots, which works out, but the turret does end up taking a bit of hefty damage. And so I want to go back, but I see Alpha is in trouble, but doing well enough to where if I came back and helped, it could turn things around. Which, yeah, it's going pretty fine. As long as she's got that silver bar, she's got another life coming, which is, you know, reassuring. We got the money to pick up the fountain, so we do. And, yeah, now we don't have to worry too much. If things get messed up, we just pop that. And things are not getting messed up at all anyways. They're going perfectly fine. Like I said, Blaze knows what's up with Alpha, so I'm not too worried about him just yet. We're gonna go ahead and take their full jungle spawn, which I think he got the last rotation too. I don't know. Obviously, I'm just watching him on the minimap, so I don't know exactly how much he got, but I'm guessing he got a good chunk of it. So they do end up taking the turret, it looks like, though. It's not surprising. The turret's low, and the jungle is, you know, obviously scary to them because they haven't been winning in the jungle. So it's common in that situation for them to just kind of migrate to the lane, because if, you know, they're scared to be in the jungle, where else are they going to go? They're going to go to the lane. So that'll happen. And that, you know, that makes it rough on the laner. The important thing is that somebody gets fed. So in this case, you know, we're probably going to be looking at Alpha being our carry, because all the pressure is going to be in the lane. So lane's going to be having a hard time getting built and getting fed, whereas jungle will be having a great time. Alpha is level 9 right now, so yeah, things are going pretty well. We got the minion miner helping us out with self-destruct. We really need to get that jewel down. Ugh, I'm taking so much damage. I'm gonna pop. Okay, good. I popped the fountain, and I'm kind of okay. Taka could turn around and kill me if he wanted to, but then he has to deal with the black feather, which he doesn't want to, of course. Which is why I'm not too worried. If he does jump on me, I think Blackfeather will deal with things before, well, me and Blackfeather will deal with things before it becomes an issue. And yeah, that fight goes really well, even though a good chunk of it was a 2v3. But I mean, we had the minion miner helping us out, so it was like a 2.1 or 2.5 versus too much math. But yeah, 2.5 v3. I'm gonna get gold mine, get the cha-ching, very nice. And yeah, I had a feeling, yeah, I remember in this match, I had a feeling that Jewel was like just kind of waiting around, and we got lucky that Jewel was not able to time it right to get the steal, because that would have been very annoying. But I remember mentioning that, and I don't know if I just didn't have a flare, or if I just was like, screw it, or whatever. Like I said, this isn't our main like setup for ranking, so it was kind of just like, let's just rank, whatever. Weren't super focused in this one, but I was playing Ardan, so it still went pretty well. Because I likes me some Ardan. And yeah, so we're just going to leave that one. I'm pretty sure that was Ben's call, if I remember correctly. And yeah, nothing to do now but shop, get the goodies. Keep an eye on lane, because Jewel... Okay, no, so Jewel's gonna push lane. Well, looks like Finn and Taka invade jungle, which is kind of weird because our jungler was obviously missing because Jewel's just going down the lane with no opposition. So it wouldn't be that unexpected for all three of us to be in the jungle there. And so yeah, that, and like I said, yeah, we're starting to get like a good level lead here. So that did not work out for them. Yeah, they kind of engaged split while we were all three together. And yeah, like I was saying, they probably should have known better, just because we can't. And then we gotta overestimate things. We cannot damage this turret without minions. This is not going well. But luckily we got some. I don't know. This is taking too long. I don't think. Yeah, the push is done. It kind of ended up being a pretty sad push, even after coming off a good fight. Yeah, I think I remember making a comment that was like the weakest push I'd ever seen. Oh man, yeah, it was a sad time. That was a sad push, but that's fine. Things are still going alright. Yeah, so yeah, as you can see, Taka's level 8, Alpha's level 11. So yeah, like we're talking about the jungler being afraid to be in the jungle. I mean, they definitely have every right to be afraid. And that's gonna, like, it gives them two options. Like, they just have to be super cautious in the jungle, or, you know, like I said, they're gonna migrate towards the lane and that kind of stuff. And it just, yeah, it's just a bad situation to be in. To have to be in the defensive. Typically, if we, like, yeah, if we're in that kind of situation, a lot of times, the best thing to do is just kind of wait till level 12. Just try to be super safe until then. Get whatever farm you can, but you know, don't be too aggressive about it, because I mean, if you're that far behind, it's going to be extremely hard, or you're just going to have to count on your enemy making a mistake in order to win a fight. If there's that big of a level difference, an item difference as well. Oh, very interesting. So yeah, that was like a weird. I think that was a Finn grab. I could have misread that. Maybe that was me doing a blood for blood, but I believe that it was a Finn that grabbed me straight out of the Jewel ult, which, yeah, it just kind of shows a weird lack of, like, team synergy, I guess, or maybe some miscommunication, something like that. Or, you know, like I said, maybe I just completely misread it. But yeah, I saw myself go darting across the screen. I wasn't focused on myself at that particular moment, but I believe that was a Finn grab, because of the way it moved pretty quickly. So yeah, that yeah, those two together can actually be pretty nasty if they can line up the Jewel ult with the Finn grab so that he pulls him right into the ult. That could be super nasty, especially with the CP Jewel, which I don't know if that's what we're dealing with. It could be either way. It could be the CP Taka. And Jewel is just gets separated from Taka. Unfortunately, Taka is just a little not eager to jump in because you know, there is that level disadvantage. So I don't blame him. And then, since all that's left is Taka, go ahead and throw down the gauntlet. In those kind of situations where you can pick up an ace, it's, you know, sometimes throwing down the gauntlet could be worth it for just one person like that, just for chase. Typically, I like to use the gauntlet either as a way to engage, to get a, you know, strong first engagement, or I'll wait till later on in the fight till I see a good time to split, or if I see them wanting to disengage, you know, I can keep them there. Those kind of things, or if I just need to isolate somebody to keep them safe on my team, I can use it for that too. Or just as a straight up stun. As you get more proficient with aiming the gauntlet, you can, you know, get used to just dropping it directly on people just to use it as a straightforward stun. It can be a little risky because even when you're really used to doing it, it can still be hard to do. Just because there's so much to think about as far as like the angle of it and the range of it, and then also there's a wind-up time, which is the biggest thing. So even if your aim and all that is perfect, you know, if the character moves even a little bit differently than you thought they might, it you know, has the potential to miss. So it actually started off as a decent engagement for them, but the damage coming out of Alpha is just too much. That even though they had a decent start to the fight as far as like their strategy goes, gathering us all up and then doing some AoE damage, just the Alpha AoE damage just outclassed it entirely. So yeah, unfortunately Thaka is invisible and annoying, so we're unable to save our Black Feather. But again, we're gonna just trap him, and Alpha will clean it up, and everything will be hunky-dory. We'll get another... Is that another ace? Yes, it is! We'll get another ace and then push. Push with a very nice ace. And the ult does absolutely nothing to Alpha after throwing on that Vanguard. The minion is doing more damage. Well, I think that's actually just Alpha's own ability, self-damage. But yeah, things are looking good. So yeah, at this point, yeah, I remember this point in the match. I was like looking to get to disengage, just because it was the safer option, and we just finished the push, and we hadn't spent the money yet. But as soon as I saw that damage coming out of Alpha landing on the Taka, like the one shot took him down to like half health almost. And I was like, okay, we can do this fight. We can do this 2v3. We'll be all right. But yeah, that does bring up something I would like to mention. Because people forget about it. So when you do a push like that and you get a lead, you get a gold lead, or you know, or it doesn't even have to be a push. Just you get an objective, like maybe you get gold mine, and you get a gold lead, or you know, you get a jungle rotation, you get a gold lead there. Like none of that gold that you got is actually doing anything for you until you spend it. So a lot of times, it's easy to kill off the group. They get sent, you know, you get an ace, and then you get an objective or something, and you know they get sent home, and you're just, you know, doing your push, getting your objective, whatever it is, and you get overconfident because you're like, oh yeah, we just got a huge lead, things are going good, we just aced them. But what they forget is that you just got a crap load of money that is not invested into any gear yet, and they just got sent home, and they just bought all this stuff, you know, with whatever money they had, even if it wasn't like as much as you have now. It's actually being put into gear, or you know, an infusion or something like that. So yeah, I see a lot of cases where people just stick around too long after like a big ace. Like they'll ace and then like so they start to push and they're like, man, this is going good. Even though the enemies are showing up, I just want to keep pushing. And a lot of times that can backfire because, like I said, you're sitting on like, you know, maybe 2,000-3,000 gold at that point, and the gold's not being used for anything yet. So you don't actually have any kind of a lead. Like, it's not really a lead until you spend it, because gold by itself doesn't do anything. It's there to give you power through items, and until you spend it, you're still where you were when you started the fight. So yeah, just something to keep in mind, because that's a common mistake I see, and it looks like we might be able to. No, maybe not. I don't know. Alpha's coming back. Just lag. This is hard to read. Okay, no, Alpha's down. Okay, the push is over, and Ben's gonna get out. Nice. In classic Black Feather style. So yeah, pretty good push though. So yeah, that's one of those things that yeah, I don't know, I think a lot of people they forget about that. They forget that the gold really isn't helping them until they spend it. And you know, a lot of times you can feel like you're yeah, just doing a little bit better than you actually are, because like I said, after an ace like that, they're all gonna go back to shop, they're all gonna shop, you're gonna be in that push, and you're gonna have whatever money, you know, sitting back from when you started the push, and then all that money you got back from the push. So a lot of times it can be a lot better just to back off. You know, sometimes the game, you know, a lot of times you're like, we could push for win, we could back off, and a lot of times it's just safer just to back off, spend the money, come back even stronger, and then just end the game that way. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that I had a chance to talk about this about that this match, because it's one of those mistakes that I think a lot of new players make, just because they don't really think about it, because it can be kind of, it's not counterintuitive, but it's just one of those things that you might not consider, is that, you know, after you win an ace, your team stays the same and their team gets stronger because they all got sent back to shop. So until you actually go to shop, you're actually, like, the power levels kind of shift. So, like, even though you just got an ace, they're getting stronger because they just went back to shop, if they had money, which typically they will, because I mean, let's say, like, just blew everything at the shop and then the fight started. So yeah, wow, Kraken's already back up. That didn't expect that. He comes back so fast because we just pushed with him. So yeah, this is a great position for us, and a terrible position for the red team right now. Anytime you have anytime the only thing up is a Vayne, is just a bad time. So yeah, and we're gonna go ahead and take advantage of that right now. Black Feather can go right over the wall. Gonna gauntlet right over the wall. And we're just gonna rush that Vayne. Because we can, basically, and it's really hard to stop. Even if you see it coming, sometimes it can be hard to stop because they just have to get just enough damage, which I will do. Boom, right there, and in the match. So yeah, it's the worst position to be in when you have no turrets and just the Vayne up, because it's so easy to do stuff like that. But I don't know, it could be, you know, a fun little win if you can pull it off. It can be risky too, though. It's not something I would recommend if it's like been a close match, for sure. But if you have like a big lead, you can kind of just, you know, give it a try. Maybe might work out for you. So okay, that was this match. Like I said, this is a ranked match with Team Apex. Not the usual, you know, team composition that we have, but it worked out, and it was a fun time because I got to play Ardan, and I like Ardan. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I will see you in the next one. Later, guys.